Feel is like, hey, let's play all the chords of the key of B flat. We have B flat major 7. Actually, we should do this. I always say be able to do that once you know what key you're in. You have B flat major 7, either here, here, C minor 7, the 2 chord. This is just always good to do. Go through your chords in the key, diatonic chords. D minor 7, E flat major 7. The 5 chord is F7. F7 down here. And here's another thing I always say. This ties into my grip chords. Be able to do it on the 6th string or 5th string roots. You know, always. G minor 7 is a 6. You can do here. And then A minor 7 flat 5 half dim is the 7 chord. This is diatonic to the key of B flat. A half dim, A half dim. Once you get it on the 6th and 5th string, I also recommend it starting on the 4th string root, and that ties in now to all your chord inversions. So like A minor 7 flat 5 would be this on the top 4 strings. And then back to B flat major 7. I'm going to do it here, but I would do it here or here. Okay. And in Bossa, we know that we like to add the 6th degree on, you know, so you get the 6, major 7, 6, okay, or down here, major 7, 6. Okay. You can add the 9 on. That's B flat major 9. You can do variations is what I'm saying. So when you see the chart and it does say B flat major 7, you might choose to do B flat major 9, B flat 6, 9. It's kind of up to you again. I would say experiment, especially once we understand what the basic harmony is of the song. Beautiful, 6, 9. Yeah, you can start to mix and match these. So even if the chart just says B flat major, B flat major 7. Okay, so does anybody have a tuner? I just want to tune this guitar really quickly. Sorry.
It's a little sticky because the plastic is
okay.
getting on it.
Thank you, Pete.
Very annoying characteristic.
Yeah, so no problem. Can I can everyone it's really sticky. You weren't kidding. Can everyone look at the intro? Both the chord and the rhythm. Let's get that part down note for note. Then we'll apply then we'll apply a rhythm that's similar to the recording, but we won't worry about the exact rhythm after that. And notice what chord is that? We use that on wave too, this inversion. It's just a...
I would call that,
B flat triad with an A flat in the bass. But check it out, if you reversed it, put the A flat on the top, it becomes this. B flat dominant 7 chord. But it has a completely different flavor when you put it in the bass. And then that's the rhythm. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 4. Okay.
Or is it one of the ones on that sheet?
Say that again, Pete.
I'm either gonna have to write that down or.
Oh, it's written there. Oh, the count, the number, the numbers.
Is it on that sheet that you gave?
Yeah. Does anybody need a pencil? Let's do it together. I want everybody to get that rhythm. Pete, you'll get it. Let's do that. Hey, this is how I break it down. The first measure is actually just all quarter notes. Boom, chuck, boom, chuck. Ready? Just one bass chord, on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Good. That's it. Yeah, easy, right? Boom, chuck, boom, chuck. And then the second measure, 1, 2, and then the bass is on the and of 2. So it's 1, 2, and, like this. 1, 2, and. 1, 2, and. That's measure 2 so far. Everybody with me on that? 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. Now I added nothing on 3, but you want to do the bass again on the and of 3, and then hit the chord on 4. So the chord ends up being always on 2 and 4, the backbeat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. And then there's a quick and 1, okay, that you want to go on the bass, and 1. So slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1. Okay? And it does it twice, and that's it. It's a 2-bar pattern. Let's see, I'm trying to clap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1. That's the composite rhythm, but just remember the chord, yeah. Just remember that the bass, well, I shouldn't say the bass. Usually in bossa, the bass is on 1 and 3, but it's syncopated in this case, so it's not. But the chord is on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2. And you could just do the mechanics like this. It's like a drum beat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2. So again, the technique here is thumb on the 6-string bass and these 3 fingers on the triad. It's a triad essentially. You know, you could do it on the piano. Boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, boom, chuck, gung. If you wanted to play it on the piano. That's the idea. And then when she starts singing, they continue that pattern for that chord because it's the same chord, B flat 7 / A flat, or B flat triad / A flat. And then it goes to the G minor 6, and then they change the comping pattern, and then there's not necessarily a set pattern after that. And then also, it's an electric guitar comping in this recording. They're not doing the bass chord. It's just, it's all plugged at the same time, kind of very piano-like, I call it, that style of comping. So we'll do that in a second. Here, just let's give a listen to this so you can hear it. And again, it's just a lot of theme and variations, but there might be a few new chords for you. Actually, right when she came in singing, it straightened out a little bit. It didn't do the boom chuck goom goom chuck goom. It was a little bit too busy, so they just kept it. And then there. Let's listen to the comping starting on the G minor 6 chord where I stopped it. Oh yeah, actually, is that the bass guitar or the rhythm guitar? I hear the bass, but... And then there, the band is anticipating everything. I think it's on beat 4. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. They're switching chords early. We could stop and listen. I didn't break it down, but same chords. But here's what I'm thinking for the comping. We're not transcribing the guitar part. That's gonna take a couple hours if we did that. So instead, we'll just go like this. or we could go do this. That's what we've been kind of doing, the style bass chord, you know, like the Girl from Ipanema pattern, right? We can kind of do that option. We could go da 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 da. So again, you can do the piano style where you're plucking everything at the same time, or just go bass chord, bass chord.
Are you recording
Yes, I am. So yeah, that's my recommendation on comping. Let's go ahead and just map out some of these chord shapes. G minor 6, we all know G minor 6. Or do we? I'm only going to show one voicing for now, but of course later you might say, oh, I could do G minor 9. You know, try it out. I don't know if it's going to sound great or not, but I'm just going to stick to what they're playing. This is kind of a transcription here. G minor 6. Now the next chord has a funky name, E flat minor 6 / G flat. So yeah, so here's one thing I'm going to show you. This is dealing with inversions, very similar to what we did last time on Wave. Was this? I'm gonna play E. I'm gonna have everybody play E flat major 7 like this. This is E flat major 7 with G in the bass, so it'd be called E flat major 7 / G. Now here's the theory. Do you all have that? By the way, if you were to do the top 4 strings, it'd be this. But we're putting this in the bass.
Is this right?
This is where you might want to write it out. It's 3x 1 3 3 x. Yeah, if you want to use tabs, like I'm yelling it out. Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
The D and the G are missing in my chord.
No, you got it.
I can't get my finger down, so those are muted.
Oh yeah, but you have this inversion.
Right.
Yeah, so
I got.
yeah, Leslie's doing a 3-note voicing of it. She doesn't have the D on top.
6 5 4.
And that's what makes it a major 7. But I'm just showing you how to get this chord that we want. We want to make it from major to minor, and then remember the thirds in the bass, so we're going to flat the 3. And now it kind of looks like a major 6 chord as a 3-note voicing, like a G flat major 6. But if you bar across, you can then get the C on there. That's your 6th degree, like this.
So you just dropped the.
Yes,
lower?
correct, yeah. I think you have.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, you lost me. So
that's okay. I'm going to walk you through this. This is a theory behind it. I want you to. I would rather that you know the theory. Here's E flat major 7 inversion. Now, if we wanted a 6, E flat 6 with a G in the bass, we would do this. And if you'd have to bar, you have to do this. But we want it minor, so you got to flat the 3rd in the bass. So major set, here's where we're starting. That's a good lesson on inversions, especially with thirds in the bass. Major 7 with a 3rd in the bass. Major 6. Oh wait, Pete, go ahead. I want you to get this.
yeah, so.
Oh, here here's where we start. Do this inversion of a major 7 chord on the top 4 strings. That's E flat major 7, which is just coming from a D major 7 shape. We could break it all the way down. And here's D major triad. D major 7. Okay, we all know that. I hope. So here's E flat major 7. Okay, just slid up to 1 fret. 1 fret, E flat major 7. Yeah, bar. There you go. Now if we take the 7, this is a little study on inversions and voice leading. We go to the 6th degree, you get this. Major 7, major 6. But we want to take this high note and put it in the bass. So now check it out. 6. Check it out when we make it minor. Minor 6. You can do this all day long. It's so beautiful. But the names are E flat major 7 slash G, E flat 6 slash G. You got a bar, unfortunately. But if you want to minor it, lower the bass 1 fret. Now you have E flat, I have to say this correctly, E flat minor major 7, because it's got a major 7 on this, slash G flat. And then E flat minor 6, which is what we want, slash G flat. Okay, isn't that? I hope this makes sense. I mean, again, I would rather learn this right now, the theory of it, versus just trying to memorize it from a chord book, because then you can create these chords. That's E flat and again, to me, it starts with that major 7, major 6, and then doing the bass, major 7, major 6. You got it, Pete. Now flat the bass. Do the same pattern. Yes, now the 6. Lift up the ring, lift up your pinky. Yeah, and then lift up the pinky. There you go. Yeah, try to get that first finger parallel to the fret as much as possible. This is a good study again. Check it out. I'm going to go major 7, major 6. Minors, major 7. So in context of this song, G minor 6, right here. And then B flat major 7 or major 9 slash F. It almost becomes an F6 chord. You could just play F6, which is good for Elliott if he's thinking D minor 7. But it's kind of a bass line thing. So here we go. Here's that A section. We have this. And then B flat major 7 slash F. That's an inversion, not the root, not this. That sounds very resolved, but the 5th in the bass, this is a lot about inversions. When you have the 5th in the bass, it has a feeling of suspension, like it's unresolved. See that 5th? It's like, where's it gonna go? It doesn't. But when you put a B flat in the bass, it sounds resolved, like I'm done. But so this gives it a feeling of suspension. E9. And again, you can write these down if you need to. I'll have these all notated on my Sound Slice practice video. When I get to that, you'll see the chord and the shape, exactly what I'm doing here on this recording. E9, 7 6 7 7. This on the 5 4 3 2 strings respectively. Here's E7. Here's my little. I always, this is important. I always do this little breakdown. Here's E7. I always start with a chord shape that you all know, and I say, okay, take your octave and go up a half step. That's a flat 9. Go up one more. That's your natural 9. Pete knows what I'm going to say next. Go up one more. Sharp 9. Purple haze. Come on, Pete. Everybody's watching. There you go. Purple haze. Exactly. And Django used that quite a bit, that sharp 9. Yeah. Boom. So anyways, that's my little spiel on 9th chords, is that you start with a 7, flat 9, natural 9, sharp 9. All on the 2nd string for that shape. So in this case, we want natural 9. So now, piecing it together slowly, we have this. 2 bars, G minor 6. E flat minor 6 slash G flat, now you understand it. B flat major 7 slash F. E9.
B flat major 7.
B flat major 7 slash F.
So it says B flat major 9.
Yeah, just play major 7 is my suggestion. You could do 6 9, but I would prefer major 7. And you can have the B flat in there or not. I'm putting Definitely the F in the bass is nice for this part. E9, put the E, you have low E, and then this chord. And for you theory people, you might say, oh, E9 is equivalent to blank minor 6 with E in the bass, or blank minor 7 flat 5. It's okay if you don't know it, but on the 3rd degree, it's G sharp minor 7 flat 5. So you can do it here. This is important for variations later, or here. But it also is equivalent to B minor 6 inverted. Okay? B minor 6 inverted. Let's piece this together very slowly from the A section. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, G minor 6. G, E flat minor 6 slash G flat. B flat major 7 slash F. E9. E flat major 9. And yes, I'm going to go over major 9. Here is major 7. No, I'm not going to go that route. Here's E flat dominant 7. Let's play E flat dominant 9 from just that little method I showed you. E flat dominant 9. Take the octave and go up a whole step. And we have dominant 9. Now we're going to take our flat 7, which is on the 3rd string, and go up a half step, and that's major 7. So now I'm going to show you a little quick lesson on this. That's now a major 9, E flat major 9. We're omitting the 5th degree. We only have 4 notes. A 9th chord is supposed to have 5 notes. So we're omitting the 5th. We have the root, the 3rd, the major 7, and then 9. So that's E flat major 9. This is the little 9th chord lesson here. Here's E flat dominant 9. We take the 7 and we flat it to a flat 7. And then to make it minor 9, we take the 3rd and we flat it. So again, those are the 9th chords that are common. Major 9, dominant 9, minor 9. And I think that's very important to know. Then there's fancier ones. We can do 6-9, minor 6-9, major 6-9. We already know this for Bossa Nova. Minor 6-9. A lot of variations. Okay. Do you have that? Anybody want to? Yeah, if anybody wants to demonstrate, move your pinky down 1, the other one, the other direction. Do that again. Beautiful. That's a minor 9. Now make it dominant 9. I'm picking on Leslie here. Now make it a major 9. The 3rd string. Yeah. Beautiful. That's a good little routine to do, and it helps because I think more people know the dominant 9 than the major 9. So, but again, once you know that dominant 9, make it a major 9 by raising the 7 half, minor 9. Okay. Those are your 9 chords. So in this case, we went E flat triangle 9. That means delta. Major 9. This. So we're just coming from E9. Who knows what kind of substitution this probably is when you have that chromatic? Leslie, say it. Tritone. E is the tritone of. E is a tritone of B flat. So it's B flat 7. It's going to and this is another thing I'll often say. Remember, we're in the key of B flat. When the 1 chord turns to dominant, it goes to the the 4 chord. Good. E flat major 9. So B flat 7, tritone sub, E flat major 9. So that's what's happening here. I'm going to break down the analysis of the song too in a second. And then it goes to, then that's a 4 chord. Then And it will later, but not in this case. It would go to the minor 4. That's the borrowed 4. That's a very common movement. We've been experiencing that quite a bit, and especially in these old tunes. Old tunes from the 20s and 30s, not from 1960, whenever this was written. But so E flat minor would be the 4 chord. So listen to this. I'm just going to play it's almost like a jazz standard, like Misty or If I Had You. Now I'm going to make it dominant and go to the 4 chord. Minor 4. Right? Back to the 1. Very, very common progression 1. And then the 1 turns to dominant to the 4. And then the minor 4. But we could go, that minor 4 is E flat minor. But in jazz, we can go 2-5. So it'd be E flat minor, A flat 7 as a sub, and then back to the 1. So that's what's happening here. In this case, we go from E flat major 9 to A flat dominant 9. Okay. And that's a sub for E flat minor, essentially. It's kind of the happier E flat minor. You could, a jazzer or bebopper would go E flat minor 2-5. They would put in both chords probably, So again, and that's basically right there when I'm going through these substitutions. That's what he's doing. He's using quite a few substitutions. It's actually an easy song. It's like the 1 turns to dominant, little sus there, to the 4, to the minor 4, and then some inversions. Okay, back to the 1. So we'll talk about that. Let's try it from the beginning so far. Again, I'm going to have all this written out on Sound Slice if you want to refer to that when I send you the link. We're starting on the A section, which is kind of the intro chord. The B flat major / A flat, which is B flat 7. So it's almost like it's starting not at the top of the form, because B flat would be the 1 chord. This is a dominant. And then the G minor 6 to the G, or E flat minor 6 / G flat. To the B flat major 7 / F. E9, which is a sub for a tritone sub, for B flat 7. E flat major 9. A flat 9, here's my trick to show you. Take the same shape for the major 9 if you have this complete shape here, and move it down parallel, the same shape to the 4, 3, 2, 1 strings. It becomes A flat dominant 9. It's a great trick. So you do this. You could do this. You can move all the way up to the 11th fret. It's the same 4 notes. I mean, a lot of you love this shape, but listen to here. And that's the power of just moving these shapes around when you can, and it becomes another chord. Nice. Yeah, that's 1 to the 4 dominant if you're playing Lady Be Good, or like a blues almost, but we got a major 9. But remember, that's a substitute for the 2-5. So you can now think of it as 1 to the minor 1, like you're minoring it. Okay. Because if we're in the key of B flat, we have B flat major 7, B flat dominant 7, E flat major 9, A flat dominant 9. These are just some good chord mechanics that we can work on, and then it's going to make it so much easier once you understand it. Let's go on. Then it goes back to the B flat major 7. Now the next chord says B flat 9 sus 4. That's just an A flat major triad on top of B flat. I showed you that we did that on Wave, we did that on Watch What Happens. We have this A flat triad. I wrap my thumb around. Here's A flat triad, then a put my thumb in the bass. If you don't want to use your thumb, if you're more of a classical player, then you do this. You just get the ring finger on there. But what's important is that you see that A flat 3-note shape, A flat, C, E flat, this. And then you get the bass. Or like this. This is kind of the proper fingering. But I'm hoping that you see the triad. And then now the theory of it is we want to take this note and lower it a half step. So that's going from a sus4 to just a B flat 9. And here it is with the bass. If you want to omit the bass, feel free. You can just do this. And it sounds really good just to do that.
Since my fingers can't do that, can you show me how to get it here?
Yeah, you could just bar across here. On the first fret, you could go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Is that 4 1s there? Let me say it again. 1, 1, 1, 1. Sorry. I'm gonna go way up here. 13, 13, 13. And then that's a B flat 9 sus, and then do this. Can you do that? Or you could do it like here on the top 4 strings.
So that B flat is the one that's on the 9 that you're working with? No, it's on the...
Well, I'm experimenting different things here. So here's the thing. Check it out. This is here I think is a good way to think about it, is the theory behind this B flat 9 sus4 is basically we have an A flat triad over B flat. So in this case, I'm saying take A flat triad, which is here. I would just recommend down here, and then 1 1 1, and then put the B flat in the bass. That's suspended. Now we gotta take the E flat and go to D. That's now a B flat 9. So that's the other way I would recommend it. Just say this, and then lift up. I'm doing it here. And then this. Sometimes I just took out the bass because I don't like that stretch instead of re-fingering it with the bass. That's just a fancy way of playing a dominant chord, but it almost suggests a 2-5 F minor, B flat 7. It's kind of like an F minor 2-5-1. This, but we're doing this. Say 2, 5. That little bit of movement. This T for 2, da 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 2 5 2. Or this. See, that's what we're used to in jazz. 2 5 2 5. But we're doing this. Where does that want to go? See, it wants to resolve to the 1. But that's not where it goes. So, in this case, it goes C/E, and some charts might say C7. It's a dominant chord. It's a 2 dominant. But listen to it. So C triad with E in the bass. You can put E in the bass here. Now this is where the theory kind of comes in. As I just mentioned, C7/E. If you think of it as a C9, C, E, G flat. Oh, I'll say it again. C9 is C, E, G, B flat, D. If you took out the C, you have E minor 7 flat 5. So that's a sub. And that's, if you're wondering where did that, and now I'm backtracking, if you're wondering where did that G minor 6 chord come from, that's like playing C9. It's a sub. It's the same thing as E minor 7 flat 5. But we're doing here. But now I'm just doing this triad. This sounds good on the guitar. The triad, C triad with the E in the bass. And then this next chord, it's kind of implied in the piano. It's pretty fancy. You could just do E flat minor, but I chose E flat minor major 7. See how dark and cool that is? This. And then minor 6. So E flat minor triad, E flat minor major 7, E flat minor 6. That's a good little practice routine. I call that the cliche, the My Funny Valentine cliche. Again, this song is, as I knew it was going to be, it was going to present a lot of good chord studies for you to practice. And right now I'm showing a basic triad E flat minor, like we're playing My Funny Valentine. This, or that Duke Ellington song, In a Sentimental Mood. Or It's Masquerade. So E flat, we're on E flat here. E flat minor triad. E flat minor with the major 7. That means you gotta take your octave and go down a half step. Why not go to E flat minor 7? Sure. And then E flat minor 6. This is a good practice routine. So basically, you have to refinger all these, but only one note's changing. That's that minor cliche, I always call it the Stairway to Heaven cliche, or Blue Skies, or My Funny Valentine, This Masquerade. We're talking all these songs that use this. It's just an E flat minor chord, but it adds some voice leading and color. That's what makes it so pretty. So in context here, I wrote C/E, E flat minor major 7 to the 6. So we have to practice that. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3, 4. So C/E, E flat minor major 7 to the minor 6. And at that point, if you wanted to simplify, I would just say just do E flat minor 6. You could do, for guitar players, we like this. I went to the easy shape, the 11th fret up here, and did the Django Reinhardt style. So check it out again. I'm saying just do whatever you need to do to accomplish it. So listen to it with the easy ways. It requires some movement, but I'm going C/E. I still like that inversion, and then E flat minor 6. And that's beautiful. You don't have to get the inner voice hitting, but if you want to work on that, that's the next level. So check it out in context. Variation. It's like a variation after a variation of like the same progression. That's what's happening. I guess the hard part is keeping track of which variation is which. Do I want to use the sus? So let's go on here. We got the E flat minor major 7 to E flat minor 6, right? And then B flat major 7. I'm on measure 17. And then B flat 9, sus 4. I made an error there. It should not say sus 4 twice. It should say B flat 9. But on top of that, you should probably just write A flat / B flat. Just remember that trick for the sus 4. Whenever you have a 9 sus 4, just remember you keep that bass note that you see, B flat, but in front of it you got to put a whole step below the major triad. So A flat / B flat. This. That's a B flat 9 sus 4. And if you want to resolve it, da-da, then you have to go do this. You have to take that 5th of the A flat and lower it a half step. And then, but let's talk a little bit of theory here on this next chord. G minor 6 over E. E half diminished. So you could just rewrite that and say, oh, I'm going to play E minor 7 flat 5. And then do the E flat minor 6. You can even do it here. Sounds beautiful. This is the easy shape. I call it Django style shape. So practice this. E minor 7 flat 5. Again, that on a chart it might say G minor 6 / E, but it equals E minor 7 flat 5, and then get that E flat minor 6 over here. So you might have to just do this. I'm going to practice that for a second. I'm using the anticipation. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3, 4. I'm just looping it for practice. Since you guys have practiced that, soloing wise, I'm thinking G minor, because it's E half G minor 6, and then I go to G diminished. G flat majors. I'm sorry. G flat major 7. I don't know what I'm talking about here. For this. We're at the B section. Are we ready to try the whole A section? I'm kind of giving you some different options. You can write it on those chord grids. But check it out. I'm just going to do it once. If you just want to watch me, then join in on the second time. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No comping. It's hard not to comp. I'll do a basic pattern. G minor 6. E flat minor 6 / G flat. B flat major 7 with the F in bass. E9. E flat major 9. A flat 9. B flat major 7. Here's that sus. C / E. And then E flat minor major 7 to E flat minor 6. Dun, 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 repeat. Dun. And there I chose to do exactly what I showed you for practicing. E half dim, E flat minor 6. And then we're at the B section. Let's try it with the recording. Slow down. I would recommend take out the comping pattern and just hold shapes. I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to slow down to 75%. Even the intro, maybe just hold the shape. Like this. Ready? Here comes the A section. Same chord shape. G minor 6. E flat minor 6 / G flat. E flat major 7 / F. E9. E flat major 9. A flat dominant. E flat major 7. Sus. E flat major 7. And sus. And B section. Oh, it's kind of still fast, wasn't it? So, but here's again. This is how I would practice it. This is kind of how I did it too. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 2, 3, and just you have to get the shapes, kind of memorized at this point. Then you can add the comping. B flat major 7. Here's that sus. I decided to take out the bass. You don't need it. And then it goes to the C / E. You can even do it up here, a la Django. I'm doing it here. And then again, it says E flat minor major 7, E flat minor 6. That might be too much. Just do this. So can I have everybody do this? I think this is a little simplify if you're wondering, what do I do on C / E to the E flat minor, major 7 to the minor major 6? Then do this, C / E, and then just go to E flat minor 6. It's a beautiful variation. And you can do 3-note shapes like this. Right? Yeah, see? Nice. Yeah, you're like, hey, I know that from Djangology, right? Django, very
That's the
Django.
only place I can.
Yeah, we're omitting the second string, which I kind of would, because I don't. That might be too high. I want to leave that out. So I'll just do 3-note shapes like this. That's E flat minor 6. That's C/E. See what I'm saying? You don't need 4-note voicings. You can just do 3 notes. So that's what I'm saying. So you can play the song just by simplifying. Did you get that? I'm just trying to show a few variations. The song is pretty repetitive. Nice, good. And again, you know, there's a lot, but don't worry, there is a lot of repetition. And here's a G minor 6. Then, and this, then this. You ready? You're here. See? Is that nice? Huh? Right? So, again, that's where I did that C/E, E flat minor 6. And sure, the chart might say E flat minor major 7 to E flat minor 6 because the piano part is going to be, but it's so pretty to hear this. You know, it's really sweet. So I'm doing it in the chord. You don't need to do that. that's just beautiful voice leading. But if you have a piano player or another player, they might do go. Okay. Right there. That's the B section. It's the same stuff. E9 coming up. A flat 9. Second page coming up. Not yet. Right here. I like the 3-note shapes. C section. E9, E flat major 9. Nothing is different. A flat 9 and B flat major 7. C/E, E flat minor 6. Next page. E9. A flat 9. Whistle. I think Brian Wilson was really influenced by this song. Doesn't it sound like something Brian Wilson does on Pet Sounds? Sounds like a... I don't know. Nobody's making that reference. It's doable, right? It's a long... I mean, but there's so much repetition.
So yeah, it's going to take a while to sort out the chords for me.
Well, yeah, and we could simplify that. You can simplify it, or you could do your own arrangement of it. It's just funny that the A section starts on this chord, but the first chord really, to me, should be this, the 1. But they start here, and then it kicks into this pattern. You're gonna get it, this pattern. And then here's a 1. And then this is where it goes into the common progression. 1 turns to dominant, to the 4, to the minor 4. And I did minor, major 7. But that's what I'm saying is you could do variations. And sometimes it does not go to the 4, but it goes to the C/E, to the minor 4. So that's like a substitution, or deceptive cadence, if you want to call it that. The 2 dominant, by the way, we're in the key of B flat. C7 is the 2 dominant. Okay, that's why E half dim is a sub for that. In G minor 6. It's a sub for the 2 dominant. So it all makes sense theoretically until we get to the next section. And then it kind of does this thing. I'm just going to play. You can use your ears and listen. It kind of does this. There's some things like this. Yeah, and that's where I say it's influenced from On Green Dolphin Street, if you didn't know that tune. It's a really beautiful A section that they wrote. And it's these triads that are moving down chromatically. Then it goes into standard. Then back to the 2, 5, then down, like this. Actually, it is a Green Dolphin. He's using the Green Dolphin Street progression. So it's taking like C major. You can do C major triad. Well, I'm just showing you this really quickly. We're in the key of B flat, so this is C, and then you go up to the E flat triad to make it minor. Then you walk it down major triads, half step, like a Phrygian, and then back to the 1. So it's just this. And it's just kind of a special section here where it gets a little bit chromatic here. That's like maybe the G section. I don't know, the H section. It's somewhere down the road here. You'll see it say B flat. Oh, F. It's in F actually. That's the first exposure to this after the whistle section, which we're not even going to hit that, the melody. Oh no, we should. It's different stuff here on the E section. Let's all take a listen to the E section. Actually, before we listen, let's go talk chords. You see on the chart it says B flat major 9. Let's just play B flat major 7, major 9, your choice. I'm going to do major 7. But actually there's stop time there. So B, ba, ba, E/D. What does that mean? E triad. Well, here's E triad. Here's D in the bass. That means E7. Let's see. But it totally has a new sound when you put the flat 7 in the bass. It kind of flips around. It's not really dominant, but people really think of it as a D, Lydian chord. Kind of has this kind of ethereal feel. So go from B flat major 7, E/D, and there's optional ways to do it. You can do it down here too, like this. This crazy fingering. That's E triad, but D in the bass. E triad with the D in the bass. So you had to refinger. I always start with a triad. Here's another little mini lesson. E triad everywhere. E, E, E. Those are the 4, 3, 2 strings. E on the E, E, E. Then I would try to find the D in the bass. Well, here's the easiest way to do it. Here's E triad. Put the D right here, open. That's like an E7 chord, like this. But we don't want to hear all of that. We just want to hear D in the bass, and then put this. So here's that whistle section here. We go B flat major 7, stop time. 2, 3, 4. See, don't put E in the bass, then it sounds like a dominant. But put D in the bass. That's the easiest way to do it right there. Okay. And then the next chord is D flat triad / C flat. Same idea here. C flat is the same as what? B, right?
B.
So you just say B, put B in the bass, and then here, it's the same chord as the intro chord, by the way, this shape. But B in the bass. C flat is B. And you have a D flat triad. So I'm kind of moving around here, but we have this so far. 2, 3, 4. Two measures on this one. Back to some familiar territory. B flat slash A flat. G minor 6. We're set now. See, we already know this. Same stuff as the. So that intro just that interlude just had those two chords that had not been introduced yet, E7 or E slash D. And then the D flat slash C flat. And then we're back home to the familiar. Okay, this. And again, we just want to practice the mechanics of these chords, like this. E9, E flat major 9, A flat 9, this trick. I love that little trick there. Instead of going up to here, just go like this. Okay. How's everyone doing? I mean, obviously I knew this song was going to take the whole lesson today, but it's worth it. I'm hoping to present a lot of chordal things to you. And
have you ever played it in a gig with a vocalist or something like that?
I'm dying to, but I have to learn it then.
You probably need a Brazilian vocalist.
Well, true. Yeah. I mean, there's English versions too.
Yeah, Becky Kilgore used to do this occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. It's one of those songs